Hi Tejal ji.
Hi,
Hi, welcome to Levels Cancer and ZenOnco.io.
namaste.
Namaste.
Yeah,
So this is our Cancer Healing Journey Talks, where we invite speakers who have gone through cancer, maybe as patients, caregivers, or survivors, so that they can share their journey to motivate other cancer patients and caregivers going through the similar journey. So
right.
thank you so much for sharing your journey and giving your
My-
time.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
could you please start with your journey, how it all started?
Okay. So, 20 years ago, my mom was diagnosed, not a 20, I can say 21 years ago, my mom diagnosed with a gallbladder cancer. So, that was a shocking for us because, as we said, that cancer is the cause. So the causation behind having a cancer is like a bad lifestyle, a poor lifestyle, and the environment. But let me tell you, I'm a Jain. So my mom was a truly Jainism people, truly religion people. Let me tell you that she has not done anything wrong with her till the date people are remembering her. She was a beautiful soul, and her eating stuff was like she was having all pure Jain food. So she was not having outside food, no junk food, and no beverages, or I mean, I can say a balanced diet she was following. And yes, environment was good, yes, but lifestyle was good. But yes, she was a person that she will not easily tell her feelings to others. She will not share her feelings. She was suffering from, you can say, a financial problems for many years. But she was a person that she will do everything for everyone. She will go beyond her capacity, and she will do everything for others. But she will never allow herself to release from inside. So I was wondering, being at that time, I was just, I can say, a 23, 24 year a young girl, and she was suffering from asthma as well. But the cancer, she just survived for 1 year. So she diagnosed in a June month, and next December, so 1.5 year, she passed away during that period. So she was having a jaundice first, and then from that, so doctor was having a little doubt about having a cancer. So they just told us that go for the Tata Memorial Hospital, so that if the cancer cells will be there, if the cancer is activated in or muted in the body, then will be good because the surgeons will be there, the onco specialist will be there, and the operation will be smooth.
Yeah.
So we did it, and we comes to know that yes, it was a cancerous thing. So they removed the gallbladder.
Hmm.
So initial 2 months, 3 months, she was okay, but then she was taking the chemo also. She was taking the radiations also. So later, as we all know that there are a lot many side effects of this treatment, whether any kind of treatment is there, every treatment has a different side effects. And sometimes one side effects leads to another side effects. It will disturb your psychological mind. But as a caregiver also, you are totally devastated at that time, being knowing that your mother is having a cancer,
Yes.
and being so young at that time, I couldn't able to accept that thing. But yes, I took up the responsibility. I was the child, like I had done, I've not done anything in my house. My elder sister was there. So I was just not a freaking out, but I was enjoying my studies and all that. So I was not too much bothered in what is happening in the house. But as soon as my sister got married, and mom diagnosed with the cancer, so overnight the responsibility come as a caregiver. But here I was very sad at that time that there is lack of awareness, lack of awareness for the prevention, plus lack of awareness for the caregivers, that what you are supposed to do, how you are supposed to tackle the situations on the psychological, physical, emotional level. So even we were confused, even she was confused. So what we were doing, I was like searching everywhere. At that time, 21 years ago, Google was not that famous. Still, I
Yeah.
was searching online everything, what I can do best for my mom so that she survived and she get cured. So I sometimes comes in a knowledge of like there's a naturopathy is there. So I just took the appointment. I took her to the naturopathy. We do everything whatever we want to do to survive our people.
Yes.
So I took her and they suggested something and I did it with her. But again, there was a side effect of that thing also. We feel that okay, let's give, so she will survive and she will be cured. But again, hence there are a lot many restrictions, lot many restrictions are there that you cannot do everything with the cancer survivors or cancer patient. So that lack of awareness that currently today, like I am realizing that thing, like because I have done onco yoga therapy course and I comes to know that okay, because though I suffered everything with my mom, but when you do the course, you know the intensity of that pain, you know the intensity of the cancer, how they must be feeling, how there are multiple side effects. So at that time, we did everything, whatever we can do. No doubt, Dr. D'Souza from the Tata Memorial Hospital, he awarded on mom's operation. He got an award from Russia.
Okay.
But my mom didn't survive. So exactly after 1.5 months after that, she passed away. She took her last breath, and after that we were completely broken from inside, and because she was a gem of the person, yes, I can tell you that. But yes, she gave me a lot of strength. She gave me a lot of strength, a lot of understanding, I can say, and a lot of other perspective how to look at the life. So if people are saying that okay, it's a hereditary, but yes, I can say there are chances. I'm not denying completely, but when your psychological level, when you're mentally healthy, and if you do not think about it, because as a yoga therapist, I believe that whatever you think, you manifest that. So if we think, okay, it's bound to happen, like people have that tendency, because being a therapist, I have a lot many patients also of from other diseases. So they say, ye to hona hi hai, because at the age, this is the age, with the age, BP and diabetes, and these are very normal. But again, I'll say that no, it is not like that. It's depend upon your mental health, how your mental health is. So my mom, she was a fighter, I can say. Despite of having lot many problems in the life, she fight for herself. She fight for us also. But in the end, she gave lot of insights, how to tackle, how to deal with the people. In spite of having a lot of problems, how to be completely motivated all the time, and how to motivate others. So this was a journey. After that also, I was having a lot of responsibility in my house also, but that only mama's mantra was there, like how to stay mentally balanced. And so if I say that if you look at in my life, if another person will be there, then um, first of all, my mom was having cancer, so I'll feel that okay, hereditary. Secondly thing, like so many, I will not say ups, but so many downs in the life. वो सारा stress लेके अगर मैं चलती तो definitely I could have a cancer right now. Even the cells might have muted inside me. But only and you only I give thanks to my mental health that it is so balanced that I could able to manage my stress. So I'll say that stress is only the thing which is killing you, because cancer cells are present in each and everyone's body. Is it disturbing, that noise little bit?
No. It's
No.
okay. Yeah.
There's some drilling noises coming from outside.
That's okay.
Okay. So cancer cells, as you know, that it's present in everyone's body, but in some of the bodies it get muted. So why it get muted? So after studying chakra psychology, I comes to know how your organs, how your thoughts are disturbing your energies. And there are 5 energies in the body. First of all, 5 pranas are there in the body. So how that energy is disturbing and how that particular energy will disturb your particular organs, and how you diagnose with a cancer or any kind of disease. I'm not telling only cancer, but any kind of disease. So this is a channel actually. So stress. So again, stress has two sides. One is a positive, one is a negative. So positive says eustress, negative says de-stress. So when you have a eustress, it will motivate you. And when you're not able to manage that eustress, it will convert it to de-stress, and that will give you the panic. So the stress management is, yes, the thing in the life. Yes, currently I say on a medical ground, cancer is a first disease. People are diagnosed with the cancer, that is comes on a number one. Now people are more and more diagnosed with the cancer. But above that, I'll say the stress comes first. Due to the stress, all the diseases are related. So we know that the diseases are psychosomatic. 90% diseases are psychosomatic.
Yeah.
So it's due to stress.
So what is positive stress? You said about
so
positive stress. What is that?
Okay, let me give you an example for positive stress. I mean, converting to negative. So suppose I'm sitting in this room right now, and I can see myself in that small window, right? So I can't see right now behind, but from the small window, I can see. So you might have seen that this kind of you might be feeling that this kind of a web, that, but it's not that. It's something related to Star Wars. My son did that. But suppose that is a cockroach, and I see from this window that there is a cockroach, but I'm not aware. But from this window, I comes to know. Since I'm not seeing myself in the window, I'm okay. This is manageable because I'm totally unaware about this stress, about the presence of cockroach. Sorry. And suppose I see in the window and I realize, oh, there's a cockroach behind. But I'll say that, okay, it's in that corner and it's far off. So still I'm manageable. Okay, so now my conscious mind registered that there is some stress, but it is in my hand too because it's so far away. So I will be handling it very nicely. So there is no problem. Now, after some time, I saw that the cockroach is crawling toward you. Okay, it's crawling toward me. Okay, so now there is a little panic, but yet manageable because it's far and yet manageable. Okay, aayega to dekh lenge. That kind of. So it's the third stage. Still managed. Now I comes to know that, okay, the cockroach is flying and coming on my desk. The situation is completely out of control. And when the situation is out of control, it becomes a negative. It's give me the panic attack. So when I'm knowing at the second stage that cockroach is there, is presence in my room, I should have get up and I could have done something that I could have thrown him outside. So मुझे राह नहीं देखनी है fourth stage आने तक.
Yes.
Okay, so that is called stress management.
Okay.
Exactly same way we can say like, okay, there is the exams in the school. Okay, so everyone knows that exams are going to come. But unless and until the timetable is not been delivered to the children, they will be relaxed. Okay, the second thing, okay, now timetable arrived, second stage. But they know that exams are after 1 month and I will manage, don't worry. But the third stage, 15 days passed away. Now only 15 days left. Now little panic start, but yet manageable. 15 din hai, main kar lungi.
Yeah.
Now exams are starting tomorrow. You'll be completely panicking. So what we do, we wait and wait. So another word you can say procrastination also. But though you are not procrastinating, you should know how to manage the stress. That is the first thing, first and foremost thing. What are important for you? What are the priorities? So those, I mean, basically overall, I'll say you should have a balanced mental health or you should have a healthy mental health. We often ignore the mental health because we always focus on the physical health.
Yeah.
Because if I'm having a fever, I'll go to the doctor. But I will not understand myself. I will not even try to understand why I got a fever. We never do that. थोड़ा सा सर्दी जुकाम आया, डॉक्टर के पास चले जाओ. बुखार आ गया, डॉक्टर के पास चले जाओ. But why it came? It come for the purpose. नहीं आते कभी भी. So, if the time permits, I would like to say that why the fever comes. So, any virus, pathogens, or any foreign substance entered in our body, Suppose it's pathway from the nose and throat. यहाँ का passage pass होके अंदर गया. So now
Yes.
there is I can say a border here. Okay. So they constantly keep on checking कुछ foreign substance, कुछ virus, कुछ pathogens तो enter नहीं हो रहे. So as soon as they enters inside, so our white blood cells inform each and every white blood cells in the body. Okay. That something is wrong, something कुछ गलत अपनी territory में आ गया है करके. Okay. So they fight, they make an army and they fight with that virus. And that virus and white blood cells increase our body temperature to 2 centigrade. So suppose my temperature is 98 or 99. So I'll get a fever of 101 because 2 centigrade बढ़ गया.
Yes.
Okay. So why they do? Because in that temperature, virus don't survive. They cannot survive. So that's why body का rise up होता है temperature. And what we do? Pop-up, we'll crossin ले लेंगे, Dolo ले लेंगे. We take the medicines and we'll subside the fever. Fever subside हो गया, again the virus will attack on us. So this is the simple things are there in the life which we should understand these things. So for that, mental health is very, very important. Even after the baby borns, we always see the milestones, physical milestones. अच्छा अभी 4 पैरों पे चला कि नहीं, अच्छा अभी उसको बोलना आया कि नहीं, अभी ये कर रहा है कि नहीं. But we never think about the mental growth. What about the mental growth?
Yes.
I'll tell you that when a baby, अगर 2 साल तक baby को हम लोग potty train नहीं करते हैं, the same baby when he or she will become adult, they will not take the responsibility of the self and the others. Because potty करना उसकी responsibility है. सिखाना खुद को potty train करना, मुझे जाना है, मुझे potty करना, I have to go in the commode and do it. अगर नहीं सिखाते हैं तो there will ये lack आ जाता है कि खुद की responsibility नहीं लेते. I have seen those kind, because I am a counselor as well. So I have seen those kind of people. That या तो फिर trust issues नहीं होता है. बहुत लोग हैं जिसको trust issues होते हैं. Okay. So trust issue is when the baby is very small and toddler till 1 year, 1.5 year. कभी भी आपने बच्चे को गुस्से से, if you are very angry and you are touching your baby, they feel the vibrations. Babies can feel the mother's vibrations very well. कभी उस पे गुस्सा किया, छोटे बच्चे हैं, मतलब 1 साल का 1.5 साल का, उस पे गुस्सा किया. So baby will feel that me and my mom are the same. If she is getting angry on me, she is not taking care of me, how can I trust others? So that will build in the trust issues. So we don't check on the mental level, we just check on the physical level. And then it grows, behavioral problem आ जाएगा, फिर psychosocial problem आ जाते हैं. Then we realize कि ऐसा क्यों हुआ. But it's always a journey starts from as soon as the seed rotation. So as soon as the baby is in the womb, from right away from that point, the mental health starts.
Yeah. So you need to take care of your environment when you have a baby at home.
I would say that even if you're planning to have a baby, before that you should be ready. You should be welcoming your baby, even if you're not pregnant. But mentally, physically, emotionally, you are ready for having a baby. So you start conversation. So there was one of my clients. She was not. She couldn't be able to conceive the baby. So she was, whenever they were mating, like only one thing in her mind. Okay, अगर इस बार तो मैं हो जाऊंगी pregnant. इस बार मैं pregnant हो जाऊंगी, you know. So that has a negative emotions as well. क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं आता है कि अगर नहीं हुई तो क्या. You know, कहीं ना कहीं वो एक statement के पीछे negative statements always होते हैं. So I tried with her this. You do this, like, you know, before 2 months. Don't only start right now. After 2 months, practice for 2 months. As if you are pregnant, you are talking to a baby. Start with that. And yes, she was pregnant in the 3rd month.
Wow.
So you have to welcome the baby, because baby is growing. A life is growing inside a life. So it's a big challenge. It's like लोगों की smooth हो जाती है pregnancy. That is another thing. You are lucky chap. But जिसका नहीं होता है, they knows what is that thing. So mental health matters a lot. Even in cancer thing, mental health is very, very important. After having cancer also, as a cancer givers, cancer survivors, there is a lacking. There's a lacking of awareness. There's a lacking of educational awareness for the caregivers and plus rehabilitations. This all are very much lacking in India actually. So I would say that मैं हमेशा बोलती हूँ सबको कि जब भी आप डॉक्टर के पास जाओ कुछ भी करो अगर कुछ भी प्रिस्क्राइब करते तो एटलीस्ट आस्क for your knowledge why you're prescribing this medicine, why you're doing this, so you will have a confidence in yourself whatever you are doing. So even for the cancer, I mean, when I was young and my mom was having this things, I wasn't having this much knowledge which I'm sharing you right now. Because after that, I have done a lot of studies. I have done yoga therapy. I become a counselor. I've done bioenergy therapies for the that means a pranayam you can say, but pranayam therapeutic pranayams for the disease. Okay. So for the breast cancer, for the prostate cancer, so any kind of cancers, even other diseases, then I become a yoga nutritionist. So I need a full thing that I can provide a whole package to a person. If you are coming, if any person is coming to me, I want them to give a full package to them. Okay, through the perspective of yoga. But yes, I am a true believer of yoga. That was another journey, like even how I come into yoga and all that. I wasn't believer. I was a non-believer of yoga, but it completely transformation happens in my life, and now I can think only about yoga. So I just received my certificate on onco yoga therapy. Also, I become an onco yoga therapist also. So that is an intense study. Because these all things like I wanted to collaborate with the medical world. Yeah. Because people are too much believing in the medical things. I'm not denying that you should. But at the same time, you should incorporate this all ancient old our Indian therapies, which has an immense effect on the diseases, on the normal life, on the mental health. So yoga is basically about physical, mental, spiritual, and what you can say, psychological. So all four aspects is yoga has all these four aspects. So that's why it motivates me a lot to do anything through yoga. Whatever I do, everything I do from yoga. Even I do counseling, I use the yoga therapy into counseling. So even the metaphysical causations behind having any of the diseases. So why you're having a cancer, why you're having a particular kind of cancer only. Because everybody diagnosed with a different kind of a cancer. So somebody's having a lung cancer, somebody's having a breast cancer, somebody's having a skin cancer, blood cancer. So there are multiple kind of cancers are there. Why? So there's a why is always bothering me. Okay. So when I started this course, before that only, so I was having a lot of questions in my mind. Why people diagnosed with this many diseases? Why only particular person diagnosed with a particular disease? So in a cancer also, I was having a lot of questions. Why my mom diagnosed with a gallbladder? Why? Because I wasn't having answers at that time. If you ask me right now, yes, I am having answers because she was suppressing the negative emotions into her. And gallbladder is the thing which represents the beauty of the life. It's a beauty of the life. And when you don't see any beauty in the life, you don't feel yourself worth living, and you suppress your negative emotions, it will affect your gallbladder. It will mutate your cancer cells, and you're diagnosed with the cancer. And it's not like that the stress will immediately give you the reactions. Yes, it is. If you are not able to manage the stress for say about 2 years, 3 years, then it will affect your physical body and you diagnosed with a certain kind of disease or disorders.
Okay. So every cancer type has some emotional aspect of it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So coming to your journey as a caregiver, how you used to take care of yourself, your mental health?
Even I was surprised. If you'll ask me, even I was surprised because people used to ask me that your energy level is different, even though you have seen lots of downs in your life and still you're managing so happily. I don't know. But I say somehow I've seen my mom. So when you see someone, your mom, your dad, whomsoever you believe, so unko jab karte hain, hum log dekhte hain, when you see them, so somehow you adopt that thing. So when my mom was on the last stages of her life, I was dating my husband at that time. So I thought, I comes to know somehow that she is not going to survive. So I thought, let me at least introduce her that I'm dating this guy. So at that time, mom just told him that she just said, she joined her hands and she said, she will do everything in your house, but just make her happy. So this statement, she will do everything in your house. So automatically, unconsciously, I took up all the responsibility. But with the smile, she used the word happiness. So I'm telling you my own experience, what happened to me. So these things framed in my mind, in my subconscious mind, in my conscious mind, that I have to do everything, whatever challenges comes to me, but with the happiness, with the courage, with the you can say like the quality of the mountain. They are very strong, they are unmoved, they are very much assertive. So exactly the same way she always tells me that, you know the mountain? I said yes. What are the qualities of her? So I was just scratching my mind, what are the qualities, like, we have never thought like that, okay, what are the qualities of she told me that the quality of mountains are like this. So same way you have to be. You have to be courageous, you have to be assertive, at the same time you have to be very strong, so that whatever comes in your way, nobody can move you. So this was her statement. It's like, imprints in my mind. So I guess that's her so dedications towards me, that this were her last words, and I remember throughout my life that whatever may comes in my life, I have to be happy. So I guess that is the reason only that I am able to manage any problems, any stress very smoothly. I request others also. This is the biggest key. This is the biggest key to live the life, because whatever may comes, and I have one more thing, I believe that whatever comes in your life, it comes to learn. If you will not learn, again that situations arise in front of you, it is again a personal experience. We always say why it is happening to me only, but unless and until you will not learn and grow from that situation, again that situation will come to learn, to make you learn from this situation and grow, then that situation will go away. So always the life about learning and learning. So that is again my mantra, that till the date I am learning.
Yeah, so we can say when any phase comes to in our life, it's just about learning.
It's about
from that phase.
Yes, because
So it's better to learn in first take only.
Yeah, because there's only two choices: either learn, either suffer.
Yeah.
Either you learn or you suffer. There's only two things. Because you will suffer. Eventually, you have to learn from that. So I feel rather than at the first place only learn whatever that comes in a life. So it's about, you cannot do anything. So there is a Gaur Gopal Das, if you are aware about Gaur Gopal Das. So it's his statement was there. Okay, I'm stressed. Can you do anything about it? No. Then why to worry? Okay, I'm stressed. Can you do anything about it? Yes. Then why to worry? Yeah. So I even there's one thing, I see a lot of videos of Sadhguru and a lot of videos of Gaur Gopal Das. Both are very practical, very, very, very easy and very practical. Very practical. So I love them. I love it. It is a spiritual, but it's not that a so-called spiritual talks, because those all principles you can apply in your normal life. And yes, Bhagavad Gita is a main survivor. Bhagavad Gita is a main survivor. Yeah. So I do motivate. I read motivational videos. I read motivational books, and Bhagavad Gita is all the time with me. It's a handy also. I have a book also. I have an audio also. So whenever I go for a walk, I always hear Bhagavad Gita, so that Bhagavad Gita is about life. At any stage, if you open any Bhagavad Gita's page, you will find a solution. So I always keep on reading Bhagavad Gita. So these are my mantras for having a balanced life.
Wow, so inspiring that is.
Thank you. No, but I would love to, because I really want. Sometimes I feel that I want to go on the peak of the mountain. I want to shout that please take care of your mental health, because mental health leads to many, many, many problems in the life. Many problems in
Yeah.
the life. So I always feel that, yes, so a lot of things I need to say, like I speak also, I talk also, but I really want that awareness, the prevention, awareness, and the rehabilitation should be there in India. And plus education, yes, educations to the caregivers. Once they find that your person is having a cancer, anybody is in the house having a cancer, they should be educated in a such a way that their balance, their mental balance is intact. If your mental balance is intact, then only you can take care of the cancer survivors. So in an aeroplane we goes, and that air hostess always tell us that first you put mask on yourself and then you put your mask on a child.
Yeah.
So the same way, like I believe that first you make yourself strong, make yourself balanced, then only you can give a good care to the person who are who are suffering.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what were the initial symptoms of your mother?
Okay, so she not much, because she was already having asthma, so that was going
Hmm.
on and off. She was having asthmatic attacks, but all
Okay.
of a sudden she was having a jaundice. Nothing else,
Okay.
nothing
Hmm.
else, not a single, like she lose the weight or she lost her appetite, she lost her sleep.
Hmm.
Nothing was there. She was just having a jaundice.
Okay.
Okay, and she was having a I shouldn't say that lymphedema, but she was having a little bloating on the stomach. That's it.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, and after that, we took her, like the doctor said, I'm founding something, like when they did scanning, like MRI or something. At that time, I don't know, PET scan
Hmm.
किया था कि नहीं, मुझे नहीं याद है. But
Hmm.
so doctor himself told that I'm having little doubt that something is wrong inside the body, inside the gallbladder. So might as well you take the appointment of a specialist.
Yeah.
So again, we went to a specialist for the gallbladder, not for the onco, gallbladder.
Hmm.
He told that even I'm having some doubt, it will be good if you go to the onco specialist only. So if the cancer cells will be mutated, then definitely it will be beneficial for you, because once I will do the operations, second time it will be impossible to open it and resurgery it. So that was a very, I can say, we were in a shock. Like, what if, what if is the
What?
biggest what if.
Hmm.
But still, we gathered our courage, because me and my father, my younger brother was studying in Pune. So me and my father was only there to take care of her. And we took her to the doctor. Doctor said they must have, the gallbladder specialist and the onco specialist, they must have talked to each other. But nothing came to me, like nobody informed me what is there, what is not there. But then we went to Tata and we did the required tests of her. And the day when they have done the operation, I remember operation lasted for 15 hours. And I was like, oh my God, like constant that feeling. Sometimes you have that sense that, okay, something is wrong, something is fishy.
Yeah.
So when it's long lasted for 15 hours, even I was having the same feeling that, oh my God, something is wrong, something is wrong. And Papa told me frankly that, okay, she's having a cancer, she's having gallbladder cancer. They removed the gallbladder, but the operation was successful. Here again, one more thing. In India, doctors are not clearing the things. They are not
Yeah.
telling the truth in front of the family members. I'm not talking about the cancer survivor, but at least in the front of family members, you should be a fair enough. What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages of doing these things? It's again absence of that information which they should pass to the patient's family. They didn't told us, okay, operation is done, it's fabulous, it's fantastic, I'm going to get a reward. He was talking to us because he was a dean of the Tata Hospital, Dr. D'Souza. So we were very happy. Okay, he's going to get a reward also. It's amazing, 15 hours, and he has done wonderful job. We were very happy, no doubt. 2 months she was fantastic. She again regained her lost weight, everything. Yeah, one more thing. Before the operation, when we admitted in the nursing home, she become like, it's like a lymphedema all over the body from head to toe.
Oh.
her face become like this. If I have done like this, because in the morning we admitted her, and I went to my home. In the evening I came. By the time she was this much, her hand was this much. So when I poked I just tried, my entire finger went inside. Then I said, what is wrong, doctor? That time doctor said, okay, jisko bulana hai, bula do. I don't think she's going to survive. Before the operation, I'm talking about this.
Okay.
But somehow she survived there. Then we went on the journey of this cancer treatments, the doctors ke jo bhi hote hai, sara matlab throughout the year. And she lost the battle then. Did the operation thrice, we admitted her. Yes, once she told me that, Tejal, like, because उनको morphine injection का भी कोई असर नहीं होता. Pain was that severe. So once only she told me, I was keeping her engaged, that so that she is psychological balance. कुछ दिमाग में आए नहीं उनको, नहीं तो खाली बैठे शैतान का दिमाग जैसा हो जाता है.
Yes.
So I told her that you keep busy yourself. कुछ भी जो भी अच्छा लगा, whatever you feel like, you do. Okay, and help me. I'm alone in the house to do. Please help me. So I was encouraging that way. How much I will do, you please do it. So she was doing, and she was feeling good also. But one fine day she told me that, Tejal, the pain is so horrible that I wish that I end my life right now. From that day, not for the single moment, I kept her alone. Because you never know. You never know what step they will take. Yeah. So, but then thrice we admitted to the hospital because of the side effects. Alag-alag side effects hote the sare. So in the side effects, she was having a vomiting problem. She was having a hair loss. She was having a weight loss. In the end, she become like a itna sa bachchu. If you see her on the bed, you have to find where she is. Like, it become that much. Yeah. So yeah, it was a crucial time, but through her strength only we could able to manage it. Yeah. So symptoms were not much when we diagnosed, but at that time also it was a third stage of the cancer. So it was quite late. That's what. Okay. So palliative care, at that time, palliative care was not there. I guess it was not available. So palliative care started much recent years, and I really thank palliative care is there so that they have at least peaceful things, whatever is there for the caregivers and even for the cancer survivors.
Yeah, both have that comfort and ease.
Yeah, comfort and ease. Yes, this is the most important thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this journey has completely changed you, you said. So what are the changes that came to you?
What are the changes? Yeah, I already told you that she gave her strength to me. She told me how to think positive in any of the situations, any of the worst situation, how to think positive. That is the mantra of the life. Like, अच्छे समय में सब लोग अच्छा सोच सकते हैं, but जो बुरे समय में अच्छा सोचे वो जीत जाता है. That's what I feel. So she told me that whatever the matters, you have to think positive in whatever the situations in the life. Then, the quality of the mountain, which I told you, that she gave me a lot of things, lot of insights. So, कैसे होता है कि वो लोग कुछ तो सिखाते हैं, कुछ नहीं सिखाते, फिर भी हम सीख जाते हैं. So those kind of silent messages, lot of silent messages were there, which I learned from her. Because I was a kind of a girl that, okay, I want to become a Rani, I want to become a queen, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. It has to be perfect life, the perfect thing. But yes, after looking at her, she taught me a lot of things. Main I'll say my mental health. Otherwise, it would be possible that I could have a cancer right now. Because after seeing lots of downs and a lot of stress, I don't think so anybody could have anything. Because right now, currently at the age of, I'm 45, but at the age of 45 also, I'm not having a single thing. So that is the mental health. So the same message I would like to give to other people also. Take care of your mental health so that you can take care of other people. And so this was the journey. I mean, this was the lessons of my life.
Yeah. So you are now an onco yoga therapist, right?
Yes, I'm onco yoga therapist. I'm a counselor, chakra psychologist, yoga therapist, and nutritionist.
Okay. So what is the difference between onco yoga therapist and a yoga therapist?
Okay, so yoga therapist also consists of so yoga teacher. First, let me tell you, yoga teacher and yoga therapist. So yoga teacher knows the asanas, knows the benefits, knows the limitations, everything. But where yoga therapist knows the anatomy of the body, yoga therapist knows how to handle the diseases and how to customize the plan with the clients. So suppose if I am having any clients with a PCOD, so PCOD or sciatica or something, so I take them to the journey of the counseling first. I do counseling of them because again the sciatica is associated with your mental.
Yeah.
So it's a psychosomatic. So there's a metaphysical causations behind that. So I took them to the journey. Once the journey is over, I start the yoga therapy. So yoga therapies consist of, as you know, asanas, pranayam, meditations, and mudras. So this four, but main thing is a counseling. Once you will not repair from here, you will not repair your body. And that I truly believe into.
Yeah, so before taking them on yoga, like teaching them yoga, you first counsel them and know what they're emotionally going through.
Yes. Or what they have emotionally suffered in the past.
Yeah.
Or in the childhood time, or during the pregnancy when she was in the mother's womb.
Okay.
So there was a one child, it's not about the cancer, but there was a one child who was having it's a big name, but I don't remember now, but it's disease like from one eye you have a far distance, one eye you have a near distance. So I asked, there was a little child, like 10-year-old child, and she told me like, okay, through yoga, can you solve this? Can you repair this disease? I said, definitely, why not? But before that, I would like to ask you something. So I took her on the journey because 10-year-old boy will not be able to cooperate with me. So I told her that being a mom, you need to give me the certain answers and I need to counsel you. So she was ready and I was asking her that how was your third month of your pregnancy, third and fourth month. So she was a little surprised. She was thought that after the birth child, she will ask me like, how was the child doing and all that. But I was asking about herself. So she was, initially she was little, you can say hesitate to tell me. But I said, this is the way I do. If you are okay, then we can go further. And she agreed for that. And she told me, yes, I lost the job on the third month. And I was having a lot of financial stress. So here is the connection is when the third and fourth month of the pregnancy, the eye muscles and eyes developed.
Okay.
When she was experiencing the stress, so when the child is in the womb, they experience each and every vibrations of mom, each and every, whether it's happy, whether it's sad, whatever vibrations. So when the organs are developing, and if you're having a stress, that will be obstructions in the development of the organs. So on the third and fourth month, she was having this stress, and so that's what he was having, this problem. So the muscle, there are 6 muscles which are holding the eyes. There is some defect in the muscles, and it leads to this problem. So that's why I said, like, whenever you have to repair from here, then you will physically get cured.
Yeah. So any disease or disorder in child is related to the mental health of the mother.
Yes.
During her pregnancy period.
Yes.
So that much strong connection they both have. Like.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Because when you are in a stress, you will affect your food, you will affect your sleep patterns, and that will eventually affect your child who is growing inside your body. So that's why we say Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu learns all the lessons inside the mother's womb. How? So exactly the same way, even our child, like why we say that keep talking to your child, keep listening music, and please, he or baby should also listen the music. So keep the headphones on your womb, on your stomach, so they can hear. Why they are responding on mother's voice after getting born.
Yeah.
So there's a very strong connection, because a life is, you can imagine, a life is growing inside a life. So it's not a joke, it's a biggest thing. You're shaping the life, not physically, but emotionally and psychology as well. Which is, I guess, very few people know that psychologically and emotionally also they develop inside the womb.
Yeah. So their journey of mental health starts from the womb only.
Yes. That's why I say seed rotation. Like,
Yeah.
if you see any tree, and if the seed rotation and the nurturing is very well, the tree will flourish. But it will not, then it will, like, it will not grow.
Yeah.
So even like I concerned with the, what you can say, premature birth and all that stuff. What are the complications comes in the, so mental health basically. And cancer, yes, cancer. I was having a one question during my course, that what do you think that what are the causes of the cancer? So I wrote there that yes, of course, our hereditary lifestyle matters, but overall, I'll keep the stress. How is the stress? How you? So when you are in a stress, you eat the junk food. You don't know what you are eating. Okay, whatever you are eating, it will not assimilate in your body. It will not assimilate the nutrients which is required by the body. So again, there's a lack of nutrients in the body. Lot of things. So there's a one stress only, but that leads to many problems. Whole life, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. So we all need like peace in our lives to avoid any disease.
Yes, disease means any discomforts in the body, any disease in the body is called disease. So if you are not ease with your body, if you are not ease with yourself, it will lead to disease. That way.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how is your life going now as a yoga therapist, onco yoga therapist,
Wonderful.
healer, counselor?
Wonderful. I would like to like now. I'm already associated with Georgia-based organization, but here also like I have asked Dimple, like, I would like to join and give my services, so that there's a lot of thing like, so we have this the internship also into this course, and there was a one person who was having a brain cancer. So we did it.
Okay.
He couldn't able to sleep for 15 days in a row. Okay.
Oh.
So, sir asked us, now in this condition, what you will do now? So we suggested meditation. So we did meditation. So we have groups and we have different internships, and we have to do different tasks and all that. So we started meditation. You will not believe, within 15 minutes, he went off to sleep. He went for 8 hours. He slept for 8 hours.
Wow.
So it has something like, because it is really it will activate your parasympathetic nervous system. So it has all the science. Yoga has a science. Yoga is a science, actually. Yoga is a science, combination of science and art. So it's a combination of science and art. So so there are different glands are there, different immune systems. So immune system has so many organs. Immune system is not only one thing. Immune system of digestive system, respiratory system, cardiovascular system, lymphatic system. So all these systems are immune systems. So any one of them goes haywire or on the strike, nervous system. So if anybody goes on the strike, that will lead to a problem or lead to a diseases. So yes, this course teaches me again a lot of thing. So that's why I want to contribute. I want to give back to the society, because it is now like, every alternate day you find a cancer patient. So it is very saddening when you see a person, and first of all, they should be having a belief. So whatever I'm doing right now, currently what I'm doing in yoga also, like, people are still, there is a one thing, like, people are not too much into yoga, that what yoga can do, yoga cannot do anything or something. But I would really would like to say that yoga can do a miracle. So please do. So yeah.
That's really amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the help and work Jan Onconet IU and Lovells Cancer are doing?
I love to give the yoga therapy. Basically, it's a therapy, like, it's the therapy from the heart. It's not like you just make them do that. Because now, after coming into this course, I I comes to know a lot of, I mean, because my mom was having a cancer, but she was having a limited, so all these symptoms she was not having, all the side effects she was not having. But after learning, after taking a proper course, intense course, I comes to know that there's a lot of pain, lot of pain. So suppose lymphedema, they have a muscles restrictions, they cannot move, they are so fragile, there's a bone density problem, they might develop the osteoporosis, osteopenia. So many things are there in my mind. Okay, one disease, but one disease leads to so many disease.
Yes.
But these things moved me. Like initially, I was having this statement in my mind that cancer means cancer, cancel. But it's no more. It's no more. It's not like that. You can beat cancer. You can be a survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that way, so we need to have a holistic approach. Medical and the treatments are there, but along with that, I'm not saying that yoga will cure it, but yes, yoga will able to manage your pains, manage your side effects. It will rehabilitate. It will be very good for rehabilitations as well, and during the treatment, after the treatment, before the treatment. So yoga works on all the levels. So I would love to be participate with Zen Oncology.
Yeah, and you are doing now by sharing your journey and inspiring everyone.
Pardon?
You are doing your part by sharing your journey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what will be your message to any cancer patients and caregivers watching this video?
Watching this video. Again and again, I'll say that only, like whatever comes in your way,
Yeah.
Fight it back, because cancer is having you. You are not having a cancer.
Yeah.
So you can get away. You can get away from that. Cancer means not a cancer. But yes, cancer is awareness. Basically, I feel that cancer, if you're having a cancer, it's basically awareness of your body. You become more aware rather than just creeping about it, that why I'm having and now it's the end of my life. No, it's a new beginning of the life, what I feel. Because you come out with a different person, different personality. Because you have fought with a thing which people thinks it's not what you can say. जीत नहीं सकते हम लोग. We cannot win, but no. It's our mental health. It's us who can only fight with them. So that is my takeaway on that.
Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing your journey and your insights with us. Thank you. It was really inspiring talking to you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me on this platform.
It's our pleasure. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Have a great day.
Same to you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.